Zahara, the daughter of Hollywood's legendary power couple, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, lives a life that millions can only dream of. But have you ever wondered what her life would have been like if fate hadn't intervened? The truth is heartbreaking. She might not have survived. Zahara's journey from a life of unimaginable struggle to one of privilege and opportunity is nothing short of a miracle. But what exactly did she endure? And where is she now? Welcome back to Never Ending Celebrities. Zahara Jolie-Pitt, the daughter of Hollywood royalty, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, may have been born into unimaginable struggles, but today, she's walking her path. In 2005, Angelina was already an icon for her humanitarian work when she traveled to Ethiopia with her eldest son, Maddox. During this trip, she met a baby girl who would change her life forever, Zahara. Maddox, who was just a toddler then, had been fascinated by Africa and had even been asking for an African sibling. When he met Zahara at the orphanage, it was as if destiny had aligned. He immediately noticed her need for care, and Angelina knew her family was about to grow. 7 months after Zahara was born on January 8, 2005 in Hawassa, Ethiopia, she became part of Angelina's family. But it wasn't a smooth ride. Angelina had just started dating Brad Pitt that same year, and their budding relationship added layers of curiosity and speculation to the adoption process. Brad wasn't just a bystander though. He traveled with Angelina back to Ethiopia to make Zahara's adoption official. By 2006, not only had Brad adopted Zahara himself, but a judge approved their request to change her last name to Jolie-Pitt. But Zahara's story is more than a Hollywood tale. It's deeply tied to her Ethiopian roots. Angelina has often spoken about raising Zahara to embrace her heritage, calling her an extraordinary African woman. Angelina once said, "I have learned so much from her. She is my family, but her connection to her country, her continent, is her own. And it's something I only stand back in awe of." Ethiopia is a country where children make up the majority of the population. The median age is just 17.9 years. Can you believe that? By 2050, it's expected that 58 million children, accounting for 6% of Africa's population, will live in Ethiopia. However, 88% of children in Ethiopia live in multidimensional poverty. That means they lack access to basic things like proper nutrition, education, healthcare, and even shelter. Life in rural areas, where most children live, is especially harsh. Poverty forces many parents to pull their kids out of school so they can work and contribute financially. This cycle of hardship is hard to break, and it puts unimaginable pressure on young lives. Social protection programs exist, but very few focus on children's specific needs. Some initiatives, like public work programs that provide direct support to families, have made a difference by improving child nutrition. Ethiopia also struggles with major health crises like malaria, HIV/AIDS, and tuberculosis. Severe malnutrition, lack of clean water, and poor sanitation only make matters worse. With limited healthcare services, access to medical care is nearly impossible for families in rural areas. The country's infant mortality rate is one of the highest in the world, and the average life expectancy is just 66 years. It's against this backdrop that Zahara's story becomes even more extraordinary. Angelina's decision to adopt her wasn't just about expanding her family, it was a commitment to giving Zahara a second chance at life. The bond between Zahara and Maddox was evident from the start, and their connection likely played a huge role in Angelina's decision to bring Zahara home. Brad, too, wasn't just along for the ride. His decision to adopt Zahara and Maddox wasn't just a legal formality, it was a declaration of love. Over the next 3 years, after Zahara's adoption, the Jolie-Pitt family expanded at lightning speed. They welcomed Shiloh, their first biological child, in 2006, followed by the adoption of Pax from Vietnam, and finally, twins Knox and Vivienne in 2008. Zahara went from being one of 2 kids to being part of a family of 8 in no time. But how about her biological mother? It's a question that stirs up a lot of mystery and debate. Some claimed Zahara Jolie-Pitt's birth mother died from blood loss after childbirth, while others whispered rumors of HIV. And then there was the story that Zahara was left in the care of her grandmother. But is that the whole truth? Turns out that Zahara's biological mother, Menetewab Dawit Lebiso, is very much alive. In 2017, Menetewab came forward to share her side of the story. She revealed that she was just 19 when she got pregnant with Zahara as a result of an assault. After Zahara was born, Menetewab became severely ill. She admitted, "If things had been different, I would have kept her." But poverty and her health left her with no choice but to give her daughter up for adoption. She also added, "Angelina Jolie has been more of a mother to her than I ever have been. She has been with her since she was a baby, but that does not mean I do not miss her." Despite Menetewab's claims, things get murky. In 2006, Angelina Jolie told NBC that Zahara's biological mother had died from AIDS. The adoption agency that handled Zahara's case, Wider Horizons, even backed this up, confirming the death in 2005. So what's going on here? Did Menetewab's story get lost in translation, or is there more to it than we know? Menetewab claimed that she and her family were misled by the adoption agency. She said they were told they'd have the chance to stay in touch with Zahara. So in 2007, over a decade after the adoption, Menetewab made a public plea asking for some kind of connection with Zahara. However, Angelina and Brad Pitt never addressed these claims publicly. They simply kept raising Zahara as part of their close-knit family. Angelina has made it her mission to ensure that Zahara embraces her Ethiopian heritage. In 2019, Angelina took Zahara, Shiloh, Knox, and Vivienne on a trip to Ethiopia. As part of the journey, they had a chance to meet Zahal Work Zewde, Ethiopia's first female president. During their meeting, they discussed critical issues like education, access to sanitary products to keep girls in school, and Ethiopia's rich culture and history. Zahara's connection to her homeland was further strengthened through these experiences, and Angelina has always encouraged her to be proud of where she comes from. Angelina has also channeled her humanitarian spirit into a cause close to Zahara's heart. In 2009, she and Zahara launched the Zahara program. The initiative focuses on tackling drug-resistant tuberculosis and providing treatment for HIV/AIDS in Ethiopia. At just 14, she collaborated with jeweler Robert Prokop to create the Zahara Collection, a stunning jewelry line featuring white and pink quartz and pink sapphire pieces. She even debuted some of the pieces at the Los Angeles premiere of her mom's film, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. Fast forward to 2022, and Zahara made another big leap. Angelina shared on Instagram that Zahara had been accepted into Spelman College, a historically black college in Atlanta. And yet, through all the glamour, humanitarian work, and international travels, Zahara remains deeply connected to her family. Despite Angelina and Brad's highly publicized divorce in 2016 and the legal battles over custody that followed, Zahara has stayed close to her siblings and her mother. Whenever Angelina Jolie talks about her kids, she can't help but gush, especially about Zahara. While all the Jolie-Pitt siblings are undeniably close, Zahara seems to share an extra special bond with her younger sister, Shiloh. Their connection is often evident during family outings, where the two are frequently seen laughing and chatting like best friends. But did you know Zahara has dipped her toes into acting too? Like her siblings, she's got a couple of impressive credits to her name. She had an uncredited role in Maleficent and voiced Meng Meng in Kung Fu Panda 3, and it doesn't stop there. Zahara is multilingual, with French being one of the languages she can speak fluently. What's even sweeter is how Angelina often talks about how Zahara has this unique ability to calm her nerves. And then came another milestone in 2023, when Zahara joined the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. This was big news, but what caught everyone's attention? Zahara referred to herself as Zahara Marley Jolie, dropping her father's last name from her introduction. Despite all the attention, Zahara and her family are fiercely protective of their privacy. Angelina, in particular, ensures that her children have as normal a life as possible, away from the constant glare of the spotlight. And where does Brad Pitt fit into all of this? While his relationship with his kids remains somewhat private, he hasn't been shy about expressing his pride for Zahara. In an interview with Vanity Fair, he said, "I'm so proud of her. She's so smart. She's going to flourish even more at college. It's an exciting and beautiful time to find her way and pursue her interests. I'm so proud." Now at 19, Zahara's future looks as bright as ever. Whether she chooses to continue her humanitarian work, explore the arts, or follow an entirely new path, one thing is clear: she's armed with love, compassion, and a strong foundation laid by her parents. Whatever direction she takes, Zahara Jolie-Pitt is undoubtedly a name to watch. But what's next for Zahara Jolie-Pitt? Will she surprise us with something entirely unexpected? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And and make sure to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.